Welcome everyone to our weekly webinar called OTECH Pros. And our motto is keeping it simple. And with that in mind, we are going to present a very exciting topic to you. And today we have the 4 OTECH Pros. We have also Marty DeGarmo, who's our contributor. And we have a special guest today with Mr. Red Redfern, and we are glad to have him. So today our topic is on passive, the leader in digital transformation. It's a great topic, a very, very broad and expansive topic. It's relevant to everyone, to everyone's life, and it's global. So we're going to begin today with Bob Takusi, who's going to be giving us an overview as well as talk about compliance. You can take the floor now.
Yes. Good morning. Greetings from Bel Air, Maryland. Good to see you, Mr. Redfern. It's your first time joining us. Brother Marty, it's good to be with you again. Anteline, thank you. And my fellow brothers, Oliver, Collins, and Vincent. It's good to be here. And also greetings to all our viewers worldwide. Thank you for taking the time to join us this morning. Here in North America, I know it's afternoon or evening somewhere else around the world. Our topic, as Anteline said, is digital transformation. And the way we title it, Unpassive, the leader of digital transformation, that is a very bold statement to make. And we make it voluntarily because we know we have an idea what we're talking about. So let me start by defining what digital transformation is and then try to apply it to us, to Unpassive. Okay. Digital transformation is the process of using digital technology to create or modify existing business processes, culture, and customer experience to meet the changing business and market requirements. So when I read this definition for the first time, it was just screaming Ash Mufare and Unpassive to me. So let's take it again. Digital transformation is the process of using digital technology. What do we have here? Artificial intelligence, machine learning. Remember, that is at the underlying layer of our infrastructure. Unpassive is built from scratch with artificial intelligence. So we come in with that to create or modify. Remember, our founder has always insisted that he's not coming to reinvent it. We are coming in and we are modifying existing technology. So we are just building it better. Okay. And then he says culture. It says culture. You change or modify culture. Remember, Unpassive is one of the only company that I know that is customer-oriented from the start. Unpassive is building her products with the customer at the forefront. We are building our products to make sure the customers have the most value for the less price, for as little as possible. So hence the adage or the saying, correction to the corruption. We are coming in, we're going to give you guys the best value, superior products for the least price. We're not going to be charging you licensing fees and all these, things that most of these companies that are out there now suck it out from customers and service providers. And lastly, it says customer experience. When we talk about customer experience, what our products are, what Unpassive product are, we know, we sit here and we say it authoritatively that our products are superior. The products that Unpassive is bringing to the marketplace is superior to what is currently existing. So our customers are going to have a good user experience. They're going to come back. Our products are unmetered. They're going to consistently come back to us. So when I look at this definition in totality, that is what Unpassive is. Unpassive is digital transformation. That is Unpassive, guys. We know that we have an ecosystem that we have products within our ecosystem. So Unpassive is a complete digital solution. Complete digital solutions for companies out there to use in the pursuit of digital transformation. Remember CATMO? When you understand CATMO, you know what Unpassive is. CATMO What is CADMO? CADMO is a complete digital solution that is automated, integrated, and powered by artificial intelligence for customers, for us, the founders, for customers, to make money for them, to make money for everyone, not only us, not only the customers, but even the users of our products are going to earn and save a lot of money based on the value of our products, what we are bringing to them. Most companies right now, every company actually should have their corporate policy to pursue digital transformation. Those who do not are going to be left behind. That's the direction where the world is heading to. I'll give you an example. Last December in Dubai, the Crown Prince of Dubai last year, in December, he made a proclamation. He declared that the city of Dubai is going to be the first city in 5 years. They made a 5-year projection that Dubai is the first city that's going to be 100% digital, automated. And he gave the steps, the plans, the process that is going to take. And most companies, CEOs around the major corporation CEOs like Google CEO is saying that artificial intelligence and digital transformation is going to be within the next 5 years. They're making projections that within the next 5 years, AI and digital transformation is going to have a big global impact on a large scale. The impact is actually compared to, says the CEO of Google, to the impact of electricity, what artificial intelligence is going to do. The CEO of IBM is also projecting, they are making 5-year projections that artificial intelligence and digital transformation is going to be the way of life within the next 5 years. But our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara, comes out and says, no, we are going to build that tomorrow's technology today. So what these other CEOs, what the other corporate executives are saying, our founder is saying that no, today, we are building tomorrow's technology today. I was in a conference as well last month, speaker after speaker after speaker. What they are saying is digital transformation, digital trust, digital transformation, digital trust. That is the trend. That is where everyone is heading to. But they are making projections. They are projecting 3, 4, 5 years out down the line. So OnPassive comes in with her suite of tools, digital tools, to help companies attain digital transformation. I followed a research from the University of Southern California, USC at Berkeley. Some researchers they are making some projections, what things that are happening, that are the various industries that are being impacted by artificial intelligence and digital transformation. And I'll list a few out here. In the entertainment industry, for instance, the researchers are saying that within the next few years, people are going to be able to sit on their couches around the world, order a movie, create virtual actors, and watch the movie. They are projecting that directors and producers of movies, they are not going to be having flops because they'll be able to use the script of the story, put it inside an AI algorithm, a predictive AI algorithm, and there is going to be able to determine whether that movie is going to be good or not. So hence, they're going to save their time and not lose any revenues, any money from a production that is going to fail. So you see how digital transformation is going to impact every single one, all of us around the world. Healthcare is another area that digital transformation is going to impact. Digital transformation and artificial intelligence, machine learning, healthcare. They are projecting or predicting that doctors and hospitals are going to be able to help patients. They're going to be able to use your genetic code to take care of your diagnosis, your problem, to solve your problem using your genetic code. Because when they get your diagnosis, they can put it inside an AI algorithm and figure out exactly the specific treatment for the patient. That is a huge deal in the medical world. So for instance, somebody who has cancer or brain tumor and things like that, they can directly address your problem without wasting time to figure out what kind of process do we need, what procedure, what medication do we need, and stuff. For people who have high blood pressure and diabetes, sometimes the doctors would need to prescribe several medications before they arrive at the one that works for you. But with your specific genetic code inside an algorithm, the system determines the exact prescription or medication that will work for you. That is the projection. That is what digital transformation is heading to. And yesterday we had a very interesting conversation with our sister Marie. She's a nurse at the, I think, critical care nurse at the OR. And she told us about how digital transformation is actually impacting her job, how robots are actually facilitating their job by bringing medication that is critical care medication that is instantly needed, maybe in the operation room or at the ICU, where they can instantly place an order for medication to be brought in as fast as possible by robots. You know, that is one area also where you can see how digital transformation is impacting life and death situations for patients. So that was a very, very good point that she brought out to us yesterday. That is digital transformation using artificial intelligence and machine learning in the healthcare arena. Cybersecurity is another area where digital transformation is also going to impact, and artificial intelligence is going to impact us. We know with our AI self-learning algorithms, they have that inherent detective capabilities. So artificial intelligence is also going to be used to help us secure our environments. AI is going to fish out and figure out every bad actor that's in your system. So artificial intelligence is part of this digital transformation that we're talking about. Our brother Oliver is going to talk more on the security aspect of this discussion. And then we also have vital tasks. They talk about vital tasks where older folks are going to be able to live longer in their homes. With the help of digital transformation and artificial intelligence, we are going to have AI devices which can monitor older folks at their houses, make sure they have their various nutritious meals, they can navigate themselves around the house, they have the assistant, these virtual assistants actually working and making sure they live at their homes comfortably. This brings me to remember Oh My Life. It's one of the products that Mr. Ash is talking about, that memory search engine, which will help our older people as well to live longer and productive lives in their various homes. And lastly, transportation is one area that digital transformation is impacting at a large scale. We know that we currently have, Google does have self-driving cars. The cars that are driving themselves around the place right now, as we speak. In Europe, where my friends are, Mr. Red, Collins, and Vincent, we know that the high-speed trains are self-driving. They're operating on artificial intelligence. That's digital transformation. You don't need a driver in there at the cockpit of this high-speed train to be moving around. No, it is self-driving trains. Right now, even in the aviation industry, Boeing is building a plane, a self-flying plane. Commercial aircraft is right now in the shop. They're working on it, a plane that is going to fly itself. However, they are saying that they'll still need pilots to input the data for the plane to fly. So you see, digital transformation is paramount to every business that is out there now, whether big or small. That is the way to go. But there are also some areas, some specific areas, when a company incorporates or implements digital transformation, it also enhances that company. Because when we talk of digital transformation, we're talking about processes and people, right? So A company that implements digital transformation does 4 things. You empower your employees because you are bringing in a new system or a new process within your organizational structure. Employees are going to be required to have new skills. And when employees have new skills to a company, it is good for the overall benefit. It is good for the company, for the corporation as a whole. Number 2, engaging customers. When you create this new product, when you transform your system, when you transform digitally, you are also transforming the products and services that you deliver to your customers. As so doing, customer engagement is also enforced because now you have to keep up to market conditions, to trends and patterns and everything. As a result of that, your customers are engaged. And when you engage your customers and they stay with you, that's customer retention. You retain your customers are with you, which in turn helps the bottom line of the company. Optimization, you optimize your operations when you move towards digital operations, digital transformation, because you upgrade your IT infrastructure. When you upgrade your infrastructure, you modernize it, and this is one of the best ways that digital transformation can actually improve your organizational effectiveness and efficiency when you do that. And then lastly, your services and your products. Everything is optimized. It is good for your business. When you optimize your services, you optimize your products are better, you gain more market share, you are relevant in the market, in the industry, you gain more market share, and your bottom line, as we always say, is good. Now, one aspect that we always have to have in mind when we talk of digital transformation is digital trust. Because remember, you have a system. You are moving, you are either changing the process, or you are improving, or you are building a new system or new process. You are probably collecting information, data from your customers. So you need digital trust. So they must trust that system. That system must be trusted. So let's define what digital trust is, and then we'll take it a little bit further down. Digital trust is the confidence in the integrity of the relationships, the interactions, and the transactions among providers and customers within an associated ecosystem. So in a nutshell, it is the trust that your customers and providers, the users of your system, those who come into that system, those who use that system and voluntarily relinquish their personal information to gain your services or to buy your product. Hence, data privacy is very, very, very important. The protection of personal data is very, very, very important. So when we talk of data privacy, the customers, for you to gain their trust, they look at how you collect, how you use, how you share, how you retain, how you destroy, and how you safeguard their personal information. And we do this through 2 ways. Through the security controls that you have in your system, that you have around your system to protect that system from an application security perspective and from an infrastructure perspective. Brother Oliver will maybe hit a little bit about that. That is how you protect and you gain customer trust, when you have total application security and total infrastructure security. And we talk about compliance as well. When we talk about privacy and data privacy, you want to make sure, as you have these controls, you are also complying with various regulations around the world, especially if we have a global system like ours. For instance, we have compliance regulations like the GDPR, the General Data Protection Regulation. It's a European law. In England, where my friends are, and Europe in general, privacy is very, very important. Even the personal email of Mr. Redfern, Mr. Red Redfern, who is here with us in this panel, is considered personal data as per the rules, the stipulations of the GDPR. So with that, there are certain security controls that must be in place to protect that personal data. They have listed specific rules, controls that have to be in place, including the designation of something that they call the Data Protection Officer, DPO. That's an officer that is in charge of the protection of this European citizen. Any system that collect, you don't have to reside in Europe. But if you collecting the data of Europe, they call it data subjects of European citizens, you must have certain controls, including a designated individual. For us, it could be our general counsel could play that role, the general counsel of OnPassive. You must have that. In North America, we have, in California, we have what they call the CCP, the California Consumer Protection Act. It's also another privacy law that is just like the GDPR. We have Massachusetts law, we have the HIPAA, all of us know the healthcare law, and in Latin America. So there are all these legislations around the world. And when we talk of compliance, Mr. Ash Mufara said something last week on Monday, which was very significant to me as a compliance and security analyst, was very significant, but most people didn't get it. When Mr. Ash said, we can make payments to 196 countries and 120 currencies, and we have 6 merchants, processors. That is a very huge and big significant statement that we should applaud our lawyers who are working around the world. Because for those countries to accept us, we go through an audit. They've x-rayed our system, they've looked through our systems, they've gone through a security audit to give us that authorization for us to interact with their systems. Merchants that I know, some of the merchants that I know, like Merchant Warehouse, Flagship Merchant Services, National Bankcard Incorporation, Bank of America, Wells Fargo Bank, they will not engage with you unless they x-ray your system. They have complete assurance that your system is secure. So that tells us that we are in a very good shape when I heard that statement from Mr. Ash. And then we have other means that we can also achieve digital trust by bringing in a third-party auditor. They will come in, they audit, and then they give us an attestation that they have looked through our system, actually from top to bottom. One of the big 4 accounting firms like PricewaterhouseCoopers, KPMG, Ernst & Young, and all these companies, they come in, they review a total information security posture, application and infrastructure, and then they give you a SOC report, which says they attest to the security of our system. And that gives us digital trust. There are others like the PCI and the ISO 27001 certification. So I'll send it back to you, Auntie Lynn, my friends, to continue.
Thank you very much for that overview. It was excellent. And I think you covered a lot of ground within just a few minutes. I appreciate that, both of the overview as well as compliance consideration. So thank you very much. Yeah. Next, we're going to have Collins Mana, and he's going to present the products. Go ahead, Collins.
Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, Rob, well said. That was really good. So I just want to greet Marty Digamo and Red Reference, who are here today, and to encourage some the founders and those who are watching. Yeah, so I'll be looking at the products, but before looking at the products, just want to add something about digital transformation. So sometimes when people talk about digital transformation, it's more about business transformation. How do you transform the business using technology? So you can transform, the only way you can transform the entire business is by using technology. So it's more about business transformation. So for a business, honestly, for any business to succeed, or for a digital transformation to succeed, the information must be able to access or to meet the customer need. So if technology cannot really address the customer's issue, then the technology is worthless. You can build the best technology based functionality-wise, But if the technology cannot meet or cannot address the business need, then the technology cannot go anywhere. Nobody will buy it. Nobody want to use any software or any services or program services that cannot address their need. How many times are we frustrated because things doesn't go the way we want? Sometimes a lot of business are frustrated because they buy one technology and the technology cannot address. But thank God that we have someone, our CEO, Mr. Ashmufara, who understands technology very well, who also understands business need. He knows what the consumer wants, and also he's a marketer. So he tick all the boxes, because coming out with something like OnPassive, you must be able to address all of this. You must understand technology. You must understand business need, what the customer wants, and you must understand how to market this product. And he ticks all these boxes. Now let's look at what is in our back office. We have a lot on our back office. Look at OMail, for instance, driven by AI. Those who've been looking at OMail, look at the interface. Look at the interface. It tells you straight away that you cannot even be frustrated, because one, technology must cut down the time frame. We're talking about single sign-on. How many times do you need to log into a lot of applications just to do one particular job? You have to log to A, B, C, and you know, all those time, they are just valuable time wasted just to log onto several applications to do a job that will take you 5 minutes. You spend 1 hour to log just to a lot of applications, and it's so frustrating. But now what is happening now, OnPassive is coming to cut down that time frame. That time frame where you can go into one application, you know, do whatever you want to do, complete your job without any hassle. Look at our old staff. How many times a lot of companies will buy more than 5 human resource software where all the applications are different? Maybe timesheet is different. Maybe recruitment software is different. You know, all of those things, transactional software, they are all different, and you have to integrate them. You need to talk to different suppliers, training, all of those, they are just time wasting. But you're talking about old staff, one product that can accomplish everything from recruitment to pay, you know, to pay out, to salary increase, to bonus, to everything. Just look at it. Single sign-on, driven by artificial intelligence or automated. You know, sometimes we can talk about artificial intelligence. It's just like, you know, the word artificial intelligence, but customers don't want to know about artificial intelligence. They don't care. What they care is, can this software deliver what I want to do? Can I log in and do my job? Is it faster enough, or is it slow? You know, this is the only thing that the mindset that the customer wants. They just want to go in, do whatever they want to do using this application to just do their job and go. That's what they know. One thing in their mind, can this offer what I want? Is it good value for money? But we're talking about OnPassive, looking at all those products from OMail to OStaff to OTECH. You know, all these applications are really crazy. Honestly, when it will hit the market, I don't see the CEO or any company that will turn their eyes, because this is what you want. This is what you've been looking for. You've been crying, and now it's coming to you on a silver platter. You know, the speed. Look at our lab. You know, look at our lab, innovation lab. It's there for brainstorming. Look at our data center, laser technology, the speed. You know, these are all modern products coming. And I tell you, those who are watching, get ready for the storm, because it's about to get better. For those who've been struggling, you know, asking themselves a lot of questions, spending money a lot, this is the time that the money will only reduce and things will get better. We're talking about a lot of things happening. You know, we look at banking application where people have to pay check, but now technology have just transformed everything where you don't need to do internet banking and stuff coming. We're talking about IVR system, you know, where you interactive voice response. We have it in OChat, you know, both voice and text. You know, when you're tired of reading, the system will talk to you, read your mail, you know, just a lot. It's just getting crazy. And this is what we're talking about, digital transformation, where technology can make your life better, where you can work more effectively and efficiently, you know, without even getting tired. You know, machine don't get tired, but human being get tired, you know. But what is coming is to do that repetitive job, a job that we ourselves really hate to do. Machine is taking over all of those things, so you can have freedom to think, freedom to even move as fast as possible, like Bob said. Like our sister Marie talked about robotic machine delivering medication. We have it even in our town here. What we have here is robot, acting as what? Distributing food. These are the services, because, the world is growing faster. People just want to move like electricity. And yesterday I said in the webinar, don't be surprised in 15 years or maybe 100 when we are dead and gone and people will fly like aliens. Maybe there will be no plane. And you just put it on your back and you press a button, take you straight to America and come back. Who knows? Nobody knows, because technology is just going mad. But I will leave it there and I'll drop it back to Auntie Lynn. But know that we are getting better every day, and OnPassive is 10 years ahead of whatever you can think. And thank God for Mr. Ash Mufara. And I'll just leave it there, Auntie Lynn.
That was great. I loved hearing about the products, and it's so exciting. I'm over the moon over the products and digital transformation. Thank you. Next, we have Vincent Ete, and he's going to talk about the benefits of the digital transformation. Go ahead, Vincent.
Okay, thank you, Auntie Lynn. And also, I would like to thank Mr. Red for being into this wonderful webinar. And thanks also our father, is like father of OTECH Pro, Mr. Marty. And thanks to all the participants, all the funders, and also those who are not funders and watching us from the YouTube or even being this webinar. We thanks all of you. And also thanks to my brother Collins and Bob. They did a wonderful and great job. So thanks go to them. So to start today with digital transformation. Digital transformation, we'll have also to give a big thanks and to our CEO, Mr. Ash, for also this great job he did with the tech guy in Hyderabad. They also done a great job, because seeing the digital transformation is like inside OnPassive, because when we say OnPassive, digital transformation is referred to OnPassive, because digital transformation is exactly what I'm talking, is exactly what OnPassive is doing now today in our company, because OnPassive, they are using digital transformation. They're transforming all the technologies to put in place to satisfy the customers. So the digital transformation, the principal objective is to satisfy the customers, and the customer will be better off. They will be happy to work with us. So without wasting time about that also is what are the digital transformation drivers? So the principal drivers for the digital transformation is the technology ability to collect, to generate, and also to analyze and transmit the data. So this is the principal objective of the drivers. So the drivers, the job of the drivers, that's what they do. It's like yesterday, someone asked a question about the transformation of the technologies of the data. So the data, what happened, they collect the data, they load it, and then they transform the data. So it's something like that. So the main drivers for digital transformation, we have artificial intelligence, we have cloud computing, we have mobile technology, we have social media, the technologies, and then we have the next technology called Internet of Things. So all these technologies together, they are the technologies behind we are using for the digital transformation. Those they change quickly, or how we get the information. So I will also talk about what are the goals for the digital transformation. So the digital transformation, the goal of the digital transformation is to serve better the customers and also the employees and also all the stakeholders. So the main is to serve the better service. So what digital transformation, the goal of also digital transformation is not only the better service, but also increase the market with a new product and services. Also increase employees' productivity. So make employees to work better, and then they have a high productivity with employees. So also increase also the responsiveness and then effectiveness of the product. And also within using this the digital transformation with the automating system, it will also make a thing be more accurate, and then it will be better than human being because it's avoiding making errors. So using the automating system as well. So improve customer service, and also especially providing more engagement with customer experience. So now when you call customer service, sometimes it's the robot sitting there and then answer your call. So this is, I would say, engaging customer service experience much more better than it used to be before. So this is how the goal of digital transformation. So I will talk also about the digital transformation technologies behind the digital transformation. So digital transformation use a lot of technologies. So some of the technology we well know, but people sometimes they don't think that it's part of the digital transformation. So we have something like a cloud technologies. The cloud technologies also is one of the biggest cloud digital transformation. And then the cloud technologies we use in cloud, the cloud increase also flexibility. Cloud make access to things like you can access your device, your system, your storage. You can also you can stay anywhere in the world using your cloud to do your job. So cloud also help us reducing hardware and infrastructure costs, because sometimes hardware, IT companies will buy a lot stuff where sometimes they don't even use half of the hardware they put in place. So using the cloud, it can also help them to save money and also save costs. So this is the one of the cloud, the one tool cloud for digital transformation. And then we go to mobile platform. So the mobile platform enable us to work wherever you want and whenever we want. So this is also the advantage of one of the mobile platform. We got machine learning and artificial intelligence. So the machine learning and artificial intelligence, they do job for us. They lack organization to work faster, and then they do things with accuracy and effectiveness. So this is what machine learning do. Machine learning also help for sales, analytics, and also monitoring system as well. So machine learning, this is artificial intelligence and machine learning. And then we have automation. So automation is like automation, mostly we use a robotic system. So the robotic process automation, in short called RPA. So the RPA also enable us to stop the repetitive task and then make things move more faster, accurate, more than human being. So this is how the automation work. And then we have emerging technologies. Emerging technology, we have things like blockchain, or augmented reality, and also we have virtual reality. Virtual reality is using in healthcare. So they're using within the machine, or the machine in we have artificial intelligence enabled machine devices in healthcare. So this is what we use in the VR. Okay, we have also social media, Internet of Things. So all these are the technologies we use it for with the technology we use for digital transformation. So all these are the technologies. So I will talk also briefly the benefits of using the digital transformation. So the digital transformation is, it helps also have a flexibility, so people can be flexible using with the digital transformation. Digital transformation brings flexibility, and the digital transformation also talk about cost effectiveness. So reduce a company to spend a lot of money, and also digital transformation bring also scalability. So you can scale up, you can scale down. Like if you want more resources in IT, you can scale up. If you don't, you want to reduce your IT staff, like servers or resources you're using for your business, it can scale down. So this is what it brings also scalability. And then digital transformation also increase the security, because my brother Bob said about security. This is also about digital transformation, is part of security. And my brother Collins also, Oliver will talk more about the security of the advantage of using digital transformation, what digital transformation does in terms of security. So also digital transformation do also the automating and the speed up also the processes and services. Digital transformation also improve our services, and like when we go to system analytical issues, like when you do business intelligence, we use the tools. So all these tools is improved by artificial intelligence, so like analytics and also monitoring system. So the monitoring system can do the job for us, and then we are sitting there as a woman and watching what artificial intelligence is doing in monitoring the system for us, and then we apply our knowledge to do all the system telling that with high CPU usage in this server. So I'll go straight to that application and check why we're using the high usage CPU. So this is driven by artificial intelligence. So we have in a hospital nowadays, we have artificial intelligence enabled machine, medical devices. So all the medical devices, they can help for operation, offer to look for better patient treatment in the hospital. So we use artificial intelligence to do that job also. We have also a blockchain, which is also the health record. The blockchain, we have a blockchain who help in healthcare for medical record. So it can help you to check the medical record. So this is I would say all this advantage of transformation, of digital transformation. So digital transformation is not even stopping there for this company we mentioned, hospital effectiveness, but also increase efficiency and also increase customer services, and then they help customers to speed up the process and then get better service around. So it's not only the product, but also in customer service, even in terms of employees. It helps also for employees' productivity, improve engagement with the customers, also with employees, and also with the business partners. So digital transformation is impacting positively in our daily life, from automation, from maybe a big company or even a small, large, and medium company. Artificial intelligence is doing a great job, and then also impacting our life so that we don't do a lot, but the machines are doing more to us. And then women are there just to check the system. It's like we are there to monitor the system, and the machine is applying the machine technologies to help us and then make our daily life much more better than it used to be maybe centuries or some years ago. So thank you, Angeline. I will leave it there.
Thank you, Vincent. Appreciate that. Next, we go on to Oliver, and Oliver is going to give a conclusion. Thank you, Oliver.
Yeah, hi. Hi, everybody. Hi, Red. Thank you for being here the first time that you're with us. And I know you'll break things them down also and answer some of the doubt questions that our audience and some of the founders, they do have. And Lynn, thank you very much for taking your time to manage us like we are like your kids. You kick our butts and call us that is meeting time. And Maddie, thank you also for being there, standing out like a user and tell us after our meetings that you were good here, you were not good here. This one was well, we got it, and ask us questions, prepare us before we come in, you and Angeline. And for our audience also that are here, I want to say thank you and welcome for being here and for the trust that you got for us to always come to get something. This shows that you are the real founders. This is your business and you want to take control of your business. I like that. Before I start, when all my colleagues, Bob, Vincent, Collins, they've talked and they've given the definition. No need for me to give the definition of digital transformation. And when you look into digital transformation, what do you think? That is unpassive. That's unpassive. Unpassive have taken from our products, our structure, our architecture of digital transformation to the next level. Because what is digital transformation? It's about artificial intelligence. It's about automation, and it's about integration. That is unpassive. That is unpassive. And now let me step it down now a little bit again about the why, and the what about artificial intelligence. It's about people and process. People and process. I just want to summarize all what my colleagues have put together. People and process. AI, automation, integration. That is artificial intelligence. Tell me which company on this planet Earth they put their organization, their technology from scratch with AI. None. That is unpassive. We have that solid foundation, Tell me which company they do have 100% automated from scratch upward. None. Who is that? Unpassive. Tell me again which company the integration also from scratch up. Only unpassive. That is digital transformation. And when you talk about people and process, look at what Mr. Ashmofara has done. Look at our employees. They are living as if they are in fact salary compounded. That's digital transformation, because if you don't take good care of your employees, they will go. They will go. People, they're employees. Look at the training that they do have. We have Mr. Ashmofara, the CEO. We have another department, training department for AI and machine learning in Hyderabad. That is digital transformation. He took it to the next level. Just to hire one data scientist. If I want to go back to school now, if I say I want to go back to school in IT, it will become a data scientist. 5 years experience is about 300,000 annually. Junior fresh from school is $150,000. Fresh from school, fresh. Data scientist. So Mr. Ashmofana, as smart as he is, he created a learning department for that. That is digital transformation. That is digital transformation. Look at our products like Vincent Collins and Bob, they just mentioned a few of our products. Let's look at our email, spams free. Mr. Ashmofara told us that what is in the market, we cannot come back again and do something that is in the market the traditional way. We have to step it up. That is digital transformation. To go away from the traditional way of doing tech IT stuff, technology stuff, to another level that is automated. Like my brother Collins said yesterday. Collins told us yesterday that what a customer wants to hear, a customer, they don't care what is behind the scene, what you guys do. I want this, I want that my system should be this, should be this, should be this. They give you, they say, this is it. You now go back and look at the requirement. Our CEO went through all that, and he is somebody that he has done his due diligence. He knows what is in the market. He knows what products are there and what they have. And he took us now to that next level with AI, automated, and the integration paradigm. Now come the process. I can remember Mr. Ashmofara told us last year, we have a template now. Mr. Ashmofara told us last year that we have now a template. What is it? What is that template? It's the process. That template is the process that if you wake him up from bed, you say, Mr. Ashmofara, we want that they should develop or should create this software. He told us last year that he can say, okay, because we have a template now, give us 6 months. This product will be in the market because we have that process. That template is the process. I talk to Bob all the time. I say Bob and Collins, and I say, look, I'm a process-driven person. It's not that I don't like technology. I love technology, but I'm a process person. I build processes. I automate processes. My job, I automate processes. I build process from scratch with developers because process stay. Process stay. Technology comes and go. For example, look at our iPhones. Look everything around you that is technology. New version comes every year. That process is there. Or what they will do, like Apple, they'll just add camera, tweak it a little bit, enhance it a little bit, put it in the market and add $500 on it. Why? Because that process is there. That process is there. That template that Mr. Ashmofara talked about last year is there. We have it already. For example, again, we had this meeting, we had this webinar with the CEO, Mr. Ash, that was in Lean and Run show. And Bob came up with this idea that why is it that they didn't do this? They didn't do this. They should have added the translation part. Collins talk about Academy. And he came back the following week and he told us that he went and talked with the tech guys in Hyderabad. They've added it, and that is why Connect and Academy, they have about 1 or 2 more spring because they have to do that add up. Why? Because we have that template, and that template is the process. That is what? Digital transformation. Digital transformation. See? Everything that surrounds OnPassive, everything is digital transformation to the next level. Let me go to our data center. There's one that is just blowing my mind, because looking at OnPassive, we have our domains, 1.3 to 4 million domains account. We will not go to any of these other company, third party, to go buy domains. Then the major one that crowned everything, the king of the king, our data center. That is digital transformation. No company that I know started with. Tech company that I know that they started with a data center. Look at what Mr. Ashmofara did. As an IT person that is in the technique, that's in the field, the tech field, we migrated our data from AWS. Where? To the cloud, not in our data center on-prem, to the cloud. Look at how smart he is. Most companies will migrate their data to their data center before they push it now to the cloud. But he migrated our data center to the cloud. Maybe people didn't recognize it. I know some of us we are not tech, but somebody that's in the tech industry, he migrated those data to the cloud so that in case anything wants to happen, they are in the cloud. Nobody can do anything with it. Then now he dropped it that they migrated it now to the multi-region data center. From there now they migrated it now to our on-prem data center. Then hybrid, fluid, dynamic. What's that? That's digital. That is digital transformation. The technology that are within our data center, fiber optic cable connected to all the servers, never heard of. From AWS to Microsoft Azure to Google Cloud, they use copper cables. They use copper cable because then copper cables was the best connection cable that they used to connect to the servers. Then not only the fiber optic cables, we have laser on top of it that boost the speed. Man, tell me, that is digital transformation to another level. Not only that, we have mobile. He said we are going to have mobile data center. Never heard of. Never heard of. You cannot get us. Then we are going to start the capacity that our data center will take now is 1 billion users. By the end of next year, we have the beast that is coming up that can even take more than 5 billion. Never heard of. That is digital transformation we are talking about. That is digital. If we do understand what Mr. Ashmofara has done, it's me that I'm in the tech field, and he tells us that we know just 10%. The 10% that I know for the digital transformation, then I don't know what he wants to bring again to us. Because it's mind-blowing. Because when you want to talk about the digital transformation, let us go to Dubai. What OnPassive did in Dubai: marketing, branding, and the advert. Look at what OnPassive did in Dubai. The highest level of digital transformation. So you see that in every aspect in OnPassive, I think we are even above the digital transformation. I don't know the name that we can even call it. It's not digital, it's above digital transformation. It's above digital transformation. My friend Bob talked about empowering employees. That I just talked about people and process. Their salaries are compounded. Let me say the second time, compounded salaries. Tell me which company on this planet Earth that you make $500 this month, next month you make $510. None. He takes care of his employees. Who wants to go? Nobody wants to leave. He even borrowed their money. Who wants to go? He gives them cars. Where have you ever seen? My job. Before they want to give you an increment of 1%, it's a whole hell of problem. He gives them cars, cell phones, about 10, 12. He gives them the bike. How do you call it? Vespa or what? He takes care of the employees. Let me go back to Dubai. Look at that Burj Khalifa building. On pass, we got 2 floors. Paid off. That is digital transformation, another level. So when you look at everything that surrounds OnPassive, everything, Mr. Ashbufara took it to the next level. My friend Bob talked about trust, digital trust. We don't sell customers' data out. We don't. We are not going, and the CEO has been consistent with that we are not going to sell our customers that data out. Digital trust. And what is that? That is another digital transformation, another level. Customer satisfaction. Tell me, he has also been consistent that customer satisfaction, the cost, the price that they're going to pay, cost effective. Tell me who will not come to OnPassive. When you come, you see one of our products that you like, you finally see yourself taking everything and you store that data with OnPassive because of that customer satisfaction. He knows that customer satisfaction is the number one. Also, you can have all the best products on this earth, but if you don't have that customer satisfaction, you don't have that traffic, that product is zero. That product is zero. That is another level of digital transformation. Mr. David Bakau sent a question to Lynn. I think that was one webinar, asking about their connectivity. Just listen to what he said. OTECH is going to boost up that connection, that wireless connection. That is another level of digital transformation. My grandmother that is in the village, if I give her a cell phone in the interior with 2G capacity, it will boost her up to the next level. And I can talk to her freely without any internet problems. That is the level of the digital transformation we are talking about. Look at the 2 labs. OnPassive, we are not selling yet. We are not yet in the market. We got 2 labs. 2. Tell me which company from Microsoft to Oracle, they started with that. They did not. They did not. They did not. We have 2 labs. Another level of digital transformation. I want to say all this, and I would like, and then let me talk about our virtual mall. Look at our virtual mall. I don't want to go into the products because my colleagues have already talked about each of those products. There will be time that when we are in the market, OTECH Pro guys, we are going to pieces out, we would explain from whatever thing, we'll take one product and pieces it out, break it down for our founders to understand what each of those products, compare it with the market, tweak it, scatter it, anyhow that people want, and bring it out to you guys. When they've shut the door. Look at each of our product, compare it with anyone that is in the market. The first thing that differentiates us and our product to any other product out there, AI, automation, integration, these 3. We don't even want to go into the other little stuff that the requirements or whatever the other modules that comes along with it. Just these 3 alone. The digital transformation for each of our products that are in our virtual mall. The traffic that we are going to have, it will be another level of digital transformation. Then I would like to advise our founder, they should go to the blog. If you want to know more about what OnPassive is all about, go to the blog. You will know about our technology. Go to the blog. Go to the onpassive.com, upper right-hand corner. Just go to the blog, play with it, look at things, and play with it. Let me go now to the security side of it. I will not break it down. I'll just give an highlight on them. That you know that you cannot mess with OnPassive security. You cannot. I will not give 99%. Somebody that I'm an IT security person, we don't give 99. We don't. We don't. For an IT security person to give even 80 to any company, that is just a lot. I will earn around 60, 70. But I'll give OnPassive 99 and 1 to God. Because if you look, our security system are all with AI. And you know what AI means. How if you look and see how AI works, we have the event prediction, the AI security that it predict all attack, present and future attack. We have the automation dictation action also. We have the real monitoring alert, and we have the robust data. I'll leave it there, Anteline. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was very, very exciting presentation. Very, very dynamic. I enjoyed every minute. Thank you, Oliver. Next, we go to Mr. Red Redford. He can take the floor. He'll be speaking for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to wrap it up. Go ahead, Red.
Thanks very much, Lynn. Guys, you cease to amaze me. I have to say, your knowledge of the tech world is absolutely fantastic. As a founder, which I am myself, I think that you guys should be applauded, not only for giving your time freely to us for more knowledge of what is going on, not only behind the scenes, but how OnPassive is going to help the digital world in essence. And thanks very much for that. So we're talking about digital transformation. I'm pretty old, but I have been around tech for a long time. I remember back to 1982 when my dad bought me my first computer. It was a Commodore 64, if you remember back to those days. And that was really part of the first digital transformation that I really saw firsthand. 64 kilobytes of information was on that thing there. I absolutely blew my mind. I was playing games, tennis, squash, Kaplunk, all these types of things I was playing on it. Plus I could write stuff on there and draw stuff, all of that. How cool was that? You had to load it up on a cassette, wait for half an hour, and you were off to the races. Fantastic. I've got this thing here, right? This is a 12 Pro Max. This has 256 gigabytes of information. This thing here is 256 million times as powerful as that Commodore 64 was back in 1982. Now, that gives you some sort of idea of how digital things have transformed over a period of time. If you remember back to the early days of the internet, what browser was everyone using? Everyone was using AOL. Nothing wrong with it at all. The same as nothing wrong was the Commodore 64. The same as mobile phones, Motorola's, the big brick, if you remember, huge battery with a phone, walking around with it. It was the first of the mobile phones that we had back in the early 80s. Again, those were digital transforming technology for the day. They're not around anymore. Why? Because digital transformation is something that never, ever stops. People and companies are always motivated by making stuff better, faster, and cheaper. This is exactly what is happening right now with OnPassive. We have in a next stage of digital transformation as far as the internet is concerned. There is so many components to this transformation that OnPassive is going to show the world that you can't specifically say, oh, it's this or it's that. It is a cumulative combination of everything that Ash is doing in one place. The single sign-on, the security, better tech, AI induced, all of these things combined together is going to make a huge ripple in the internet world. Why? Because other companies are going to be playing catch up. Now, this week, if you've been following the news, Microsoft have stopped completely Internet Explorer. We were raised on Internet Explorer throughout our lives. Why have they stopped it? Because they've decided that that digital race, as far as a browser is concerned, has finished for them. Why? Because there's other browsers that everybody use on a daily basis, but not Internet Explorer. For them to invest the finances and time and money into a browser that the consumers want to use to get ahead of the competition is simply not worth it. This is what digital transformation is about. When new stuff comes along, it is driven by consumership. Why? Because it's better than it was before, it's cheaper than it was before, and it does things quicker than before. This is exactly what we are going to be doing with OnPassive. I don't know which of our products is going to be the one that is going to cause a storm. The internet quake, the viral effect, and that is by the consumer. We can all think it's going to be OConnect, it's going to be Academy, you know. Yes, it might be one of those, but I tell you what, when consumers start running with a product, it goes viral very, very quickly, because they get to their mates, say, oh, get on here, get on there, have you seen this, use this, and that's how it blows up. And I cannot wait to see that happen with OnPassive, because it will do. So digital world has been ongoing for a long, long time here. It doesn't mean to say that what we are using or have used is no good. What it means is, if you are in the game, you have to stay ahead of the game. This is why OnPassive is not only ahead of the game now, but we will stay ahead of the game because of what has been put in place now, before we've even launched, by our CEO, with the labs, with the professors, the techs, and all the rest of the people that are there working now. They're not looking at the products that we have got now that we haven't even launched. They're looking at another project down the road. And this is why we are good for a long, long, long time, and something I'm so excited about. Anyway, once again, guys, thank you so much to all the tech guys for giving us your insight into things behind the scenes. It's been a pleasure to be here, Lynn, and everyone else, and invite me back. Back to you, Lynn.
We will certainly invite you back. I think you gave us a snapshot of why OnPassive is going to be at the forefront. It's going to be awfully hard for any other company to ever catch up with us. I'm very confident in that. We're going to wrap up today, and we're going to have each of our OTECH pros speak for a maximum of 1 minute, guys. Wrap it up. We'll start with Vincent.
Well, thank you, Mr. Radfern, to be here today. We thank you a lot, and then you give us great information. We wish you come again. So thank you very much. Thank you, Matthew, also, to invite Mr. Radfern, because he did give us a lot of information. Thanks to my brother, followers, Oliver, Collins, and Bob for this great webinar. Thanks also, Antolin. And then thanks all the participants, all the OnPassive founders, and those who are watching us from YouTube. Thank you all for being here. It was a great pleasure to see you for this great webinar.
All right, Colin.
Yes, just want to read up, just blow my mind again. Yeah, listening to you was really great, because this is really appreciation of technology. As Red said, you know, there's nothing we can add again. OnPassive is just ahead. You know, 10 years from now, maybe we'll not even know what is behind the back, but Mr. Ashmofara knows it all, because he is a master of it. So I'll just take this opportunity to thank Red. Red, we want to see you here again. And Martin Digamo, no, you're not here, but you're always on fire listening to us. And Lynn, thank you for organizing everything. Thank all those who are here. Please come again. Because of you, we are doing this. And those who are also watching. And to those who are still sitting, please This is your last chance to come on board, join the OnPassive train, because the door is about to shut by next week. So thank you, and I'll leave it there, Lynn.
Thanks, Collins. Oliver?
Yeah, hi everybody. Red, that was good. That was a good one. That was a very brief summary in less than 5 minutes. Thank you very much, bro, for coming on board. And you say you come back. We are waiting for you, and we're also waiting for you tomorrow to give your magic summary with Heroes. So please, Red, thank you for coming, and we're waiting for you tomorrow in Heroes, and waiting for you also to come next time. And Lynn, thank you very much, the mama, for the tech guys for us, and Maddie. Then I'll advise again, please go to the blog. If you want to know that we are more than digital transformation, go to onpassive.com and go to the blog. When you go to the blog, you will see there are a lot of information there for you to read and to understand what OnPassive is all about. It's going to blow your mind. Thank you.
Thank you, Oliver. And finally, Bob Takusi.
Yes, Angeline, thank you. Thank you, Brother Red. Good to see you. Oh boy, what can I say? You know, OnPassive, we are digital transformation, like Oliver said, digital transformation on top of digital transformation on top of digital transformation. And based on all what we've said this evening, you know, we are going to stay on top because number one, our systems are built with artificial intelligence. Number two, they are integrated. Number three, they are automated. Number four, we are superior. We are testifying here, all of us, that OnPassive products are superior than anything that's in the market right now. The system is sophisticated, the way it is built from scratch, and we guarantee our security. That is digital transformation. We are going to stay at the top here on out. Thank you, Angeline.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up, and I want to just say that our next webinar coming up is at 12:30 p.m. It is the OnPassive Kenya webinar, and some of our OTECH pros, if not all of them, will be there today. So we'll go straight to that next. And then we have at 2 p.m. Eastern, the Julie and Milo show. They'll be presenting products. And then at midnight, we have the Papua New Guinea webinar, and the presenters will be some of the OTECH pros on the same topic of digital transformation. And then we have the Heroes webinar on Sunday at 1:30 p.m. and OTECH pros will present this topic as well. So we hope that you'll be there at all these other webinars. The links are posted in your back office. So be there or be square. And remember, OTECH Pros is every week, Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. You use the same link every week. Come and join us. Be sure you spread the word. The more we know, the more we gain. Knowledge is power. So thank you again for being here. And we'll say bye-bye to you for now and see you next Saturday. Thank you all.
Bye, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn.